Hello, bonjour! Have you ever heard of a guilt-free crepe? It's unheard of, right? It's usually considered like a sugary treat. Today, I'm teaching you my version of the crepe with an apple candy filling and a macadamia cream. Those ingredients will actually create satiety and boost your metabolism. You ready for it? And just to give you an idea of what we're going to make together, have a look. So we start with our blender jar on the scale. And then we start with water, 135 grams. 135. Then we add 50 grams of apples. 185. And yes, you would add apple, but not the kind that is, not the green apple, the other apples. Gala, Ambrosia, Fuji, you know, those apples. Then we add 45 grams of the shredded coconut, so 230. 30 grams of coconut oil, 260. And the coconut oil has been liquefied. And we add 30 grams of the date paste. 1/4 teaspoon of the cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon of the salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of the sea moss for the minerals. And we blend. Perfect. Simply blending so that the apples are all broken up, like it's all a puree. It's very important because you'll be spreading the crepes, right? You don't want little bumps. And we pour into a bowl. And we add 50 grams of flax. Golden flax, please ground it just before using it because it oxidizes. So it's best to blend the quantity that you need. I have enough for my French class. And then we mix. Make sure it's well incorporated. There's, again, no lumps. Excellent. And next we spread them. So I have a template, but I will show you as well what you can do without a template. What's important though is for you to add the same quantity for each crepe, because when you do that, what happens is when you dehydrate, they will dehydrate all at the same time because they have the same quantity. And we're putting 40 grams per crepe. Also, because you added the flax to the crepe, it's better to do it right away because it will start to thicken and it's not as easy to spread. So it's important that you spread right away. Okay, so I'll do those three, showing you with the template. Yes, of course it's easier with a template. But again, you can do it without. This template is from 𝗙𝗵𝗏. And here's our third one. And I'm using an offset spatula. I'm using a little one because as you can see, it fits nicely into that template. And it's easier to control, right? It's more precise because of the size of it. Okay, so there. So now you can see, easy with the template, but let's do it without. So we'll put another 40 grams. Same principle, right? All the same quantity will dehydrate at the same time. And then you make a crepe. It might not be, you know, a perfectly round, but what does it matter? Now here I had a little bit of the flax that wasn't mixed properly. So you see I can mix it just here on the spot. There. So you can without a template. Now I'm dehydrating, so I have it on my Tiflex sheet and it will go in my dehydrator for 3 hours at less than 118 Fahrenheit to keep the enzymes and keep the nutrients in all the food that we have here, all the lovely ingredients we have here. So you can go as low as 115, I wouldn't go any lower than that. In your oven, you would have to test. So you would take a cookie sheet, you put most likely a wax paper. Parchment paper might be too thin. Use a wax paper so it's easier to peel. And then you put it at the lowest setting as you can. So obviously not 3 hours. I would definitely check after 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and keep track so you know next time. So once you've dehydrated for 3 hours, you see you touch the top and it's dry. But be careful you don't go too far because they have to remain malleable, right? So now what we do is we flip. And then I put my fingers here behind the tea-flex sheet and I simply pull like this. There you go. And there you go. There, there. See? As simple as that. And then they'll go back in the dehydrator for 1 hour. Now we'll teach you how to do the apple candied filling. It's not like those apples that you buy that are covered with that sugary coating. It's not that at all. Don't worry, it's all healthy. So we start with the apples and I will show you how I cut them because they're going to crepe. And so you want smaller pieces of apple. So I cut like this. Then I spread them and then I cut them so they're not too thick. And we need to have 150 grams. So I pre-measured that before, so I know. But you know my trick, right? So what you would do is you would put 150 grams of apple uncut, and then you cut them, and then you have them in your bowl. Okay. The next ingredients are blueberries. We add 24 grams, so we are at 174. Then we add 20 grams of the maple syrup, so 194. And then we add 16 grams of the lemon juice that has been cold pressed, 210. And we add cinnamon, half a teaspoon. And then we mix all those ingredients together. Just mix them well so the cinnamon is covering up the apples. There. And then we dehydrate it. As soon as you reduce the amount of liquid in a food, it helps with preserving it longer. That's what the dehydration comes about. This is going to be in the dehydrator for 2 hours. Again, you do it in your oven, cookie sheet, a wax paper, definitely with the liquid. Whoops, I have to be careful. And then definitely not that long at the lowest setting. So maybe again start with 30 minutes. Now the macadamia cream. Oh, it's a delicious one. So we have maple syrup, shredded coconut, macadamia, water, coconut oil, coconut butter, cinnamon, salt, vanilla. Ready? Let's do it. So we start with 80 grams of the maple syrup. 80 grams. Then we add 40 grams of the shredded coconut. 120. We add 40 grams of the macadamia nut, 160, 30 grams of water, 190, 12 grams of coconut oil, 202, 24 grams of the coconut butter. So again, all the ingredients are complete ingredients. So good for you. Coconut is an excellent fat, right? The MCT. And then we add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 of salt. No, it was a pinch of salt. Whoops, it's in there. Well, that one is going to be saltier. You know what you do when you do a mistake like this? Repeat the recipe and don't add the salt. Oh, it was a 1/4 of the vanilla. There you go. That's where I got confused. I should have put the 1/4 teaspoon in my jar instead of the pinch, right? And then follow my recipe. I didn't. And then we blend. There. So same principle again, it's a cream. So mix until it's all smooth. There, I'll pour it into a bowl with a cover because I'm not going to use all of it. It's delicious though. So it can be used for other topping as well. And I mean, you could use cashews if you like, as long as you use a white nut. I wouldn't use almonds. that will interfere with the taste. So now let's assemble our crêpe. You see how they are? They've been in the dehydrator for another hour, but they're still malleable. So here are the candied apples. I will take some of them, put them on my crêpe. So put them more onto one side of your crêpe, like this. And now we fold them. I use a portion scooper. You can use a spoon, as you like. Then we take that cream and we just put it on top here. This is going to be so good. So the cream helps to keep the crêpe close, but also, instead of maple syrup. And here I have those beautiful little strawberries. I'll cut them in half because it's always gorgeous, isn't it? It's like a little heart. And I'll put it on top. There we go. And I'll add some more. Where should I put them? Put them here. There you go. And you have an excellent breakfast that is going to boost your satiety, but reduce your waistline. Because when you eat food that really fill you up, you feel satiated. And then I can last till lunchtime, no problem at all. Good fat, MCTs, nutrient dense, fiber, you got it covered. Enjoy. Love food that loves you back. And please subscribe.